Good afternoon. My name is Luke Falk. Got with me here Coach Kyle Turnbow. We'll be bringing to you the Shelbyville Central game against Franklin. Coach, what does Franklin look like going into this week?
Watching Franklin, and they were 3-0 coming into this week. Had a lot of very good athletes. Have a great quarterback. Probably the best quarterback we'll have seen all year. The guy that's a junior that can do great things with his arm. They had a fairly decent offensive line. Had two good wide receivers, three pretty good running backs, and a pretty stingy defense. But they're 3-0. They play in a tough district in Williamson County, and we knew coming in that we were going to have a tough challenge. We knew we were going to have to play well. We knew we had a tough team to face.
Shelbyville, probably the toughest team they've played so far this year. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Probably the best team we've played. This game and then Giles County next week are probably two of the better teams we'll play all year. And they're a roster full of athletes, great coaching, very disciplined, just two good teams. And Franklin was very good.
I know the past couple of years, Shelbyville's relied a lot on their speed, making big plays. Quick offense, is that going to be what we're going to see in this game?
We kind of stick to the motto that we kind of take what they give us. So if they back off here, we take it, and they back off in other places, we take it, and we try to use our speed and try to spread them out as much as we can. We have quite a few dynamic athletes, and we try to get them all touches and spread the ball out and do what we do. Is that Central's biggest advantage in this game? Was it speed? I would say the speed and our tempo on offense, as well as our defensively, is trying to confuse people, moving around and blitzing. So those two things, I'd probably say coincide with each other, offensive and defensive, trying to confuse people and take advantage of them. Well, that's enough of us talking. We're going to get to the football game, Shelbyville versus Franklin. The opening kickoff right here we had watched, they lined up a little further back. If we get a bounce, it took a Franklin bounce and we needed a Shelbyville bounce right there. And most of the time that ball usually needs to pop up about the 50 and it rolled a little longer. Nonetheless, start out on defense right here, play action. I think our guys were a little over-amped up, ran up in there a little bit hard and let the tight end slip out of there. But after that play, they seemed to calm down. 15-yard gain. Yeah. This is the same thing. There's the tight end coming out there. This is our guy. I think they were just a little too pumped up. They calmed down here this next play. 1st and 10. So we got to stop for no gain. Mm-hmm. And we tackled better than we have been in the previous games. Still got to get better, but so now I think we got it 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. Just a missed tackle. Missed tackle right there. Missed tackle. So now we're at 3rd down, 3rd and 4, 5.
And those usually come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
You got to take those opportunities to get a tackle for a loss right there.
Yeah, we had a chance to get him down the backfield and just couldn't get him down. This is the 3rd down play right here. One of our sophomores right there who's just a baby. Kid's probably 14 years old. He's just a baby batting that ball down on a blitz there. It's a good play by him. So we forced a punt. First series, 3 and out.
Good opening drive on defense.
And one thing I'll say about them is their special teams and their kicking game they were very good. They had a good punter and a good place kicker, and we never could get our return game.
Able to make any plays.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Which has been a highlight.
We usually rely on our return game quite a bit to get us in field position.
Making 1 or 2 plays every game that come up big.
Quick screen out here, just trying to get the ball in our hands. We're playmakers.
From a quarterback standpoint, on those screens, if you miss 1 or 2 blocks, it really busts the whole play up. Everything has to work just right.
Yeah, this is really just an extension.
Kind of hit or miss.
It's really just an extension of the running game. And it's just like the running game. If we miss a block here or there, then, it really hurts it. Right there, you got our sophomore quarterback obviously gets a pull read. Just can't get the edge right there. It's a good play by them. I believe this is the third down play.
Cunningham took a big hit.
Yeah, he stood in there and made a good throw. Great catch. Tyler Eddings.
Tyler Eddings has been big this year on offense. Made a lot of plays.
We got to get him more involved on the defensive side. As you can see, he goes up and gets that ball. It's unbelievable standing on the sideline how high he gets in the air and make those catches.
You can't jump that high, Coach?
No, I don't think I want to either. Incomplete pass. I think they get their hands on this ball here.
I think so too. Tried to squeeze that in there. Probably too close for comfort.
And in their defense, they had several good players coming back from last year, and here he's
nice pickup by Mason there. He's a little bit faster than I was, Coach Turnbow.
He's got game speed. He don't want to show it all the time, but I think he's running for his life, or he's just trying to get away from the guys, which is all right too. But
he's had a real good year so far.
He has.
Good kid too.
He's got the chance to be a real special player if he'll stick with it.
Oh, dangerous pass.
Yeah, they were ready for that one.
Sometimes it might be better just to eat that play.
Right, they were ready for that one.
You never want to go back and talk to Coach Hardy after making a play like this.
Yeah, he's definitely waiting on him over on the sideline.
I think he just keeps notes of all the people that he wants to have a little conversation with.
Absolutely, and I'd say Coach Palmer would have a few words ready for him too.
Got the no huddle going on here. I love the no huddle.
The no huddle, it seems to be the trend now, and it's got its advantages and disadvantages, but it works well for us. And
well, if you want to maintain a high speed game,
tempo,
it really works well.
And come in motion here.
Quick give.
Dallas Castleman there fighting for extra yards.
And you got to give it to Castleman whenever you need those tough yards.
Yeah, it's hard not to give it to your 220-pound tailback when you need it. In the short yardage there, he does a good job. He's still fighting.
He's still standing up. They couldn't bring him down.
He's still fighting.
Cunningham, the only one in the backfield there.
Yeah, way
to get the first down.
Tried to sprint out and throw it there. He saw the chains, had some room. He took off and got it, which was a real smart decision on his part.
I think Coach Palmer has a high influence on that running out of bounds there at the end. He is very much about not taking a hit when you don't need to.
We don't need our quarterback getting hit. That's exactly right. Kind of same thing coming the opposite direction.
5 wide again here.
Made a play there at the end. Got to hold on to the ball. Come out there late. We got that one back. But
luck. I mean, you think you've driven all the way down the field, you've had a good drive, and then a fumble can kill your momentum.
If I'm not mistaken, if you'll watch the right tackle, he hustles down the field and gets his fumble. So that Dayton Taylor right there, own it. All right, so that's good.
That's big.
That's good. That's a good job by him. Be there and be ready to get it.
You know, it's little things like that a lot of people that have never played don't notice, but that
absolutely.
Dayton get a start on his helmet this week.
Yeah, those are big deal for him. Anytime a lineman touches the ball, whether it be a fumble or anything, it's a big deal.
Y'all get excited, don't you?
That's probably one of his highlights. Yeah. Good run by Dallas there. Another one, 3 or 4 yards a pop. We'll take it.
Hey, a lot of people try to get too much east and west trying to make a move. When you get inside the 10, you just need to punch it in there, get your 3 or 4 yards.
Just got to get downhill
and hold on to the ball.
I think that run right there got us inside the 5. Yeah, right at the 5-yard line, bringing in a sophomore tailback, Michael Eddings.
I like the going under center when getting that close.
Yeah, it's a little different, something we've tried here.
Well, if anything, with as little as y'all run that, it's good to mix them up.
Like I said, this is our sophomore tailback here. You'll see him later on in the game again, but he gets it, goes around the end there for a touchdown.
Is that Michael Eddings?
That's Michael Eddings, yeah.
Very talented young player.
Yeah, he could be special too if he'd keep working.
That's a story for a lot of the young guys on Shelbyville's team. A lot of great athletes. Just have to maintain a good work ethic. And
right. We have some seniors, but they're seniors
missed extra point there
mixed in with sophomores. Yeah, this is big. We've got to do a better job hitting these extra points, and they've got to be 100% hitting these things, these little chip shots.
It's like a free throw in basketball. You just got to make it.
We've got to make them.
Shelbyville back for the kickoff.
Yeah, that's a good drive.
Started off with a good drive against a good Franklin team.
Had a chance to actually get that ball on the bounce, and it just didn't. Once again, it took a Franklin bounce, and we needed a Shelbyville bounce.
Linebacker gets sucked inside there.
Yeah, not quite getting downhill, fitting where he needs to be fitting. Defensive line has done a great job all year for us. You see Dallas Castman down here at the left end, Will Salisbury, Tobias Ransom, Tony Patterson.
I think that a defensive end fits Castleman a lot better than linebacker did. I think he's much more effective there.
Yeah, he can definitely use his talents a little better there.
Ball knocked loose by...
That's O.J. Davis, another sophomore. That's a job there. So once again, we're at third down again. I squeak through right there on the power and get the first.
Give up a big play there.
Probably not lined up quite like we should right there. It's probably a bad defensive call by the defensive coordinator. I don't know who. Good job right here on the ISO. Michael Imes meeting it in the hole there. You can see number 32 right there. He'll step up there, hit the fullback, stop it. It's a good play on first down. Play action here, try to get the bootleg. Incomplete pass.
And it's really Shelbyville, like with Tullahoma, such a good drive on defense, and then give up one play to give up a first down. On a third down, you have a chance to make them go 3 and out, and that really your defense has to stay on the field longer, wears them down quicker, and it gets tough.
Yeah, and we really we struggled Friday night with third down. Whether it was third and long, third and short, they had us off balance. We just didn't do a good job of getting off the field when we should have.
I know you get concerned with making, it's third down. You feel like you have to make a stop, and you get so out of doing what you've just been doing the first three.
Right.
The first 2 plays of that down, and you give up a big play there. And
the third down calls are usually your best calls. A lot of times the stuff that you've been geared up for, and a lot of times they backfire on you. But a good sack there by Will Drawn.
He's really come a long way since his freshman year.
Bad mentally and physically, he's grew up a lot, matured a lot.
Got in the weight room.
Yeah, he's a good size.
What you told me.
Good sized kid. They get us here on a zone run, bringing the guy off the edge, just not there.
One missed tackle.
We're down there.
And another one. He gets another extra 10 yards.
Down there at his shoestrings. We should be tackling him. Good stop here. Gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards. Like I said, there's a lot of young kids out there playing defense. That's the same way it is on offense. These guys just got to continue to get better. See them running them back there, finishing them off.
You can't coach experience either.
No, it's hard to.
It's just game. There's nothing like game time experience.
And with those things, you kind of have to take the good with the bad. The young kids are going to make mistakes, mentally and physically. Not a lot of stuff they can do in certain situations, but you have to chalk that up for a learning experience.
But if they're working hard and hustling, you can coach to that,
Right. Thought like we had this guy covered pretty well, and our outside linebacker gets out there and slips.
Had it rained any in Franklin before? I know it rained
at this point. At this point in the ball game, it's probably it's dry. And
just a slip there.
And then now actually we come out at halftime, the bottom part of it. There's Michael Eddings again.
Good stop.
Yeah, coming up on that out route there, making a good hit.
Quarterback hung his receiver out to dry on that pass. I bet they had words back in the huddle.
Much to do here. I think they stretch play. Didn't quite contain him as well as we could. Had a corner finally come out there. We hope it don't get to the corners, but they finally got out there.
Yeah, you don't want to get a guy like that out in open field.
No. You hope your corners don't make a lot of tackles like that, but Marcus Bryson there did a great job getting him down, rallied to the ball. I saw Jacob Davison jump on the pile there. Questionable spot here. I thought we had him stopped. I think his forward momentum had stopped, and then he kind of just fell over in the end zone. But nonetheless, it's a good job by him of getting in there, and not such a good job by our guys of getting him out of there. We should have finished that tackle and pushed him back out of there.
Yeah, you got to step up and put him in the hole instead of standing on the goal line and letting him come to you. If you have a running back running full speed and you're standing still, your linebacker's going to go backwards.
Well, you teach your running backs to finish going forward, and you teach the defense to finish going back, pushing them back. And that's they won that battle. Give them credit. Getting their kicker, great kicker right here. He kicks it in the end zone. Like I said, we've got two great returners back there.
Takes away a really important phase of the Central's offensive game plan. When you can pull out usually one or two really good returns.
Right. Felt like this right here should have been a late hit. The guy was kind of indefensible right there, no chance of catching the ball, and he hit him high up around his face mask.
Again.
Like I said, just an extension of the running game. This is just like a toss sweep. I think we get close to a first down here. See Mason making his calls there. Gets it out quick. Get a block.
Good block by the receiver down there.
That was Marcus Bryson.
And that's something that can be very valuable if a receiver blocks well.
Yeah, a good blocking wide receiver is definitely a commodity.
That ends the first quarter so far, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
Here in the first quarter, just a couple of big plays on both teams giving up that kind of changes each drive. 6-7 going into the second quarter. And now a word from our sponsors.
Are you hungry for some really good food? Visit the Huddle House in Shelbyville, Tennessee for some of the best food any hour, every hour. From the breakfast items to the evening steaks and seafood, the Huddle House in Shelbyville gives you a complete line of great meals, and you'll always be greeted with a smile and come on in. Visit the Huddle House located at 1209 North Main Street in Shelbyville. For carry-out orders, call them at 931-685-0082.
31W Insulation offers custom-look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy-efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
Second quarter action here.
7-6 Franklin due to the missed extra point. Got a handoff here.
Not much there. Just
maybe a yard if anything.
Got to stay with our
no gain there.
Stay with our blocks there. I believe it's second, third and about 4.
I think we missed a play, didn't we?
Might have. Yeah, we missed the first down play. So it's third down here, about 4 or 5 yards. Quick screen again.
Screen, got the first down.
Actually, I think they called him short here. This is
maybe he stepped out a little bit early.
wasn't the best spot we've ever had, but
seems to be a theme here.
You can get to take your own judgment here and see where he steps out.
It looks like he
runs on the plus side of the pylon there. We get unless on the quarterback sneak, Mason sticks his nose up in there and gets more.
When you're 6'3", all you really got to do is fall forward. You
just got to snap it and get forward. That's right. He steps up in there, gets in the A gap. First down.
Good push by the interior O-line there.
Yeah. Not much on that run there. Matter of fact, we did fumble it right here, lost the ball. This is the first turnover.
And again, this just to start out now. Franklin starts off
field position,
both halves with the football, and it just totally kills your momentum when you give up a play like that.
And that's one thing we saw on film that they've been doing a good job of is field position, and here they get it again here.
Scrambling around there. Throws downfield, huge completion there. Looks like the tight end.
We don't account for the biggest guy on the field, which is their tight end. Somehow he slips there without us seeing him. We need to get hands on him here at the line of scrimmage. You see he just runs right through there.
Yeah, we missed 2 or 3 opportunities to get him there.
Got the quarterback scrambling. Getting out here around the 5-yard line, kind of bow up a little bit.
Good stop by the D-line there. D-line's really been playing well all game so far.
They've really been a strong point this year of our defense so far, which is the way it should be. Everything should be based around your guys up front. So stop them on first and goal. Second goal, get another stop. Lost yards. Tony Patterson doing a great job right there, wrong arm in that kick out block.
And with the DBs and the linebackers in coverage, one mistake, one step too slow or too early, and they bust a 30-40 yard gain to their big tight end there.
Third down right here. We give them a
Big
third
catch.
down, and this is almost hard to defend right here. It's just a great throw and a great catch. You see this guy walk the line down here with his foot.
They practice that a lot.
You can tell they've thrown that ball once or twice. But
and like you said, great quarterback on Franklin's side. Is he a senior this year?
He is a junior. He'll
be back,
this year. So we'll see him next year.
And it's hard to account for a play like that. You practice that hundreds of times and get it just right.
That's something that we do too. We throw it up to our big, tall wide receivers, and obviously they've got one too, and he took advantage of us. A good ball thrown, and just didn't do a good enough job getting the ball out.
Cunningham here pulls it. And I like this play. You really have more than one option there that you can kick it out once you pull the ball.
Yeah, we used to have a quarterback be pretty good at that.
I don't know whatever happened to him though. You don't hear much from him anymore.
He's lost.
Some good years. I get confused looking at these numbers. I want to call out people that
you used to play with.
Yeah, that I used to play with. They're not the same people
when
anymore.
we first started running that play, I think you were the.
I was Coach Palmer's my senior year was Coach Palmer's
test dummy.
First year, and
you were the test dummy for all his experiments. Lab rat.
Great quarterback coach. Brought a lot to the Shelbyville offense.
He has. He's great. He's a good person. He's a great coach. Here, get Mason sprinting out again. Feel like it's a pretty good option for us because he can run it and throw it, but obviously he didn't get the ball out of his hands quick enough. Can't afford to take sacks.
No, you really just if you, I know it's third down, you want to try to make a play there, but it's almost better to throw a ball where nobody but your receiver can catch it, and if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. When you're not going to get the run.
So we had to punt here. Trail Carpenter does a good job of punting. Once again, they get the ball on the plus side of the field, which is always an advantage for an offense and a disadvantage for our defense. So, but once again, good job by the punt team. Trail Carpenter gets off a punt. He catches on the run. Didn't kick it as high as we probably liked it, but nonetheless.
And height is important on a punt. Gives your team time to recover team time to get down there.
Right.
And when you give a speed guy just open field with about 20 yards without anybody there, it's hard to defend. Good stop here.
They come back in 2 backs here. They get a little cross read, and we stop it. A good play on first down.
Really proud of the interior defensive line this game. They really played well.
And once again, it's
been on the field a lot.
Right. You got this number 59 in there, Trevor Tribe, who's just coming back from an injury. I think it's his first game back after ACL surgery. So this is a big game for him. And Chris Duggan's in there. Once again, Castleman just
a step too.
Just didn't get to him fast. I think we got a good shot on him, though, if you'll see our outside linebacker. Once again, he's a sophomore, too. That's O.J. Davis. And once again, we've got the guy covered. We're just not there to make the play. You know, we've got a guy standing right behind him and just can't make a play. Third down, get an incompletion.
Did that hit his hands there?
I don't know if we tipped it or not. I can't really see there. I want to say we got a hand on it, just barely. Bring a blitz again. They pick it up. Great job by our secondary to get that guy covered and get him knocked off his track there. Force them to punt. They're punting inside, on our plus side of the field there.
Have a good punter.
So they back us up inside of 10. So once again, we're starting on a minus.
I think it's on the 7-yard line there.
Inside our 10-yard line.
And another thing, again, if you haven't played or don't really study a lot, a good punter can really change the shape of the game. And here, when you have that many guys in your backfield running the zone read, it's really a lose-lose situation here for Cunningham.
Right.
You got the right end right there at the running back and the left end.
They blitz off the edge. He tried to pull it. He just couldn't get around them. Once again, we're backed up again, just trying to get the ball off the goal line.
Cunningham in the end zone here.
Give it to the big tailback again. Needs to do a little better job getting north and south there. He does there late, but needs to get north and south earlier.
Yeah, and again, I guess being slow when I was playing, I was a little bit slower. It was always my mission just to go straight upfield and get as much as I could. I guess some of these guys are a little bit faster. Always think they can beat that guy, and a lot of times defense just has a better angle on you, and it's just
unless he gets us off the goal line.
Much better to get upfield.
Gets us out to the 7 here, so we got a shot here on third down.
Just missed it there.
I think we get a pass interference. He had a hold of him well before the ball was there. He had him kind of wrapped up. We get a pass interference call here. Good protection by the guys up front there. Dylan Powell, Dayton Taylor, Jordan Kelso in there at center. Tony Patterson's in there.
And this is a big mistake there for Franklin, getting the pass interference call. That could really come back to haunt you. You have a team stopped like that. You hate to see a penalty, a senseless penalty.
Right.
Like a pass interference.
Try to set the screen up here. They bring some guys off the other edge, kind of sniff it out, see the screen, develop, and make a good play on it. Second down here, get a pull read. Mason turns it into a positive there. He was really outnumbered there when he pulled it there, and he kind of just planted his foot and got upfield and made something out of nothing.
It always seems like you're outnumbered when you're out there, doesn't it?
I'd say, actually, it's a broken play.
I think miscommunication.
Broken play is what it was.
Side there.
One or the other went the wrong way.
Sometimes you get in the heat of the game and things are, especially in a no huddle, you're going off of a signal instead of somebody telling you what the play is, and it can easily get confusing there.
Ball gets tipped there at the line of scrimmage.
Ball gets tipped, and I think number 4 was on the ground there when
he slipped, but it was it tipped and got behind him. He tried to stop and make a play on it and slipped. For Detrell Carpenter there, he's done a great job for us all year. good protection.
Yeah, it did get tipped. You can see it wobbling around.
So we're
there.
having to punt here inside our own 30.
And Shelbyville does a bit of a rugby style punt with Carpenter. He's not expected to really punt, 50 yards down the field. So anytime you're in your territory, it really hurts.
Really hurts because you can't just sit back there and lay the leg to it. But
it's not a luxury Shelbyville's had for quite some time.
Yeah.
A punter that could really just change the game with a kick.
Yeah,
so
we never had a guy that can turn the field over like that, unless they get the ball on their 50.
And good patient run there by
not getting linebackers not getting up in there quick enough.
As a linebacker, when that hole opens up, you have got to explode through it.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you wait for one of those big, and as a lineman, if you ever caught a linebacker standing there waiting on you and you actually got to him,
right,
it was a pretty easy block. As much as you overpass, the size difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would hope that those guys are not attacked at 5 yards on our side of the ball. You would hope they would attack them right at the line of scrimmage, kind of like that right there. We stopped them there for no gain. So we're at third down again.
Even if you don't make the tackle and you plug that hole, it can really make an impact. Big play here. We
send some pressure off the edge. They run a double move, quarterback pump fakes, and our safety bites on the pump fake. Just an inexperience right here. Should need to get better pressure on him. He sat back here way too long to be able to pump fake it and make a throw like that.
And that's where a good quarterback will get you. When you have some young guys in the defensive back position, he gives a good pump fake. Doesn't overemphasize on the pump fake, makes it look natural.
Right.
And kills you deep there.
And give them credit; they protected it well. And it takes time. Once again, he kicks it 8 yards deep in the end zone, so we have to start on the 20 again.
And there's been quite a few drives where you've started on the other 20 from a kickoff return. Mm-hmm. So it just, again, really took away a phase of your game. I would rather kick out of bounds than kick to Tyler Eddings sometimes.
You're probably not the only person who's thought of that.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Cunningham trying to
try to get it downfield there on first down. Just didn't do a great job protecting it.
And I like that, taking a shot on first down, especially you're down 21-6.
Gotta run here.
Second quarter's closing down.
I think we got about 4 or 5 yards right here on a draw. Getting close to half.
Castman's playing both ways. Gets wore down. Those 4 and 5 yard tough yards really can wear you down.
Mm-hmm. Fighting for extra yards like that. We try to get him some breaks, and then he's got to do a better job of managing those things and getting himself, if he needs a break, to ask him for one.
Instead of thinking you're running a play to him and look up and he's not the one out there.
Right. He's got to be fresh all the time. Once again, another good run by him, just getting some tough yards right there.
And it's not like you don't have other backs. Other backs go in there, so I'm with you on that. He's got to figure out when he can be most effective and when he can't, and when to fight through, and when he needs to come get rested up to better play on defense.
See Mason directing traffic there. Makes a good cut, drives the pile forward there. Third down, I don't think we quite got enough. Try to draw them off sides here on fourth. Gets a timeout here. And see, they got some good-sized kids over there. 42 and 52 defensive ends were really good.
Got your center looking around to see what's going on there.
He's trying to get where he could hear back there. So
didn't get him off sides, so going to punt.
Decide to punt. Get some good hang time on that punt, so it eliminates the return there. But nonetheless, they're going to start on
45.
Their 45, which is probably as bad a field position as they started with up to this point. Run a draw right here at the end of the half. We've got our guys back and defend the deep ball. just got to rally to it.
Are we under a minute?
Yeah, we're
here,
well
yeah,
under a minute.
yeah.
Yeah, we're well under a minute here. We got all of our guys back, trying to keep from throwing it deep, and they try to slide a draw up this, and the guys do a good job of coming up, making a tackle. Same thing again here.
And you see a lot of, especially in high school, you see a lot of guys get away with that when you drop back into a prevent defense, and
they catch you with a draw.
A lot of times you only have 3 down linemen,
so we bring
and get a little draw going there.
So we bring some pressure off the edge, bring 4 people, get the quarterback. He has to throw it away. Sprints out here, gets it to the edge here, gets out of bounds.
And when you're so spread out, you get a 5-yard out there, and he's got a lot of room to run.
He gives them that short stuff there, and he really gets out of bounds, gets against some yards, and gets out of bounds. So he stops the clock. They try a field goal. I think we kind of get to him and make him pull it there, and he missed it wide left.
So we're closing out just to close out the first half here with the Shelbyville and Franklin, 21-6.
21-6. We feel like it should be going into half, probably 14-6, or maybe even 7-6. But unless it's 14-6, and we are very, very much in this ball game still.
Absolutely, just a couple of mistakes, as with the story was with Tullahoma 2 weeks ago.
Right.
You play so good all throughout the game and all throughout each drive, and then you make one play that they score on, like a deep pass or a 20-yard run. And
right. Well, we had that turnover, and them starting with the type of field position that they had. It's just tough on the defense and special teams, and them having the kicker that they have, keeping you backed up all the time. It's just hard to get anything going. And
it's the same whenever I played. It seems like it's been the story with Shelbyville the past few years. Great athletes, playing great, and just a couple of mistakes against those teams that take advantage, the well-coached teams that take advantage of mistakes, and again, can't get your return team involved with them having such a good kicking game, taking that phase away. And so we're going to go to our sponsors, and then we'll be back for the second half.
In 1983, Kenneth Westner had a dream of owning a car lot with his son Eric, helping clients find that great ride at an affordable price. Today, that dream is reality. Clients get that affordable price with weekly and bi-weekly payments. Taking both debit and credit cards, they have opened the door for you to get that great ride at an affordable price. Stop by 1301 Madison Street in Shelbyville or visit them on the internet at www.westernauto.com. Need directions? Call 931-684-4731. Remember, for that great ride at an affordable price with easy payments, visit Kenneth Westner Automotive and talk to Kenneth or Eric today.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
No. Kicking off the second half here.
Third quarter there, we thought we were going to get the return now.
Just a foot in high school rule. If you have your foot, even a foot in the end zone, you can't return.
First play of the second half here. If he leads him a little bit, I think we might be able to get out there. He kind of underthrows him, but nonetheless, a great throw and a great catch by Detrell Carpenter, I believe.
You don't want to overthrow him. I know the tension, especially it's harder to throw to a guy whenever he's wide open than when he's in coverage.
Right.
You don't want to mess that up there.
Right. He lets a little bit off of it, but nonetheless the play.
Way to hang on to it by Carpenter there.
Another good run by our sophomore running back, Michael Eddings.
He is really impressed when he gets the ball. When he decides to turn it on, he really impresses me.
Yeah, he really runs hard. He really runs hard. You'll see here later. Make the same formation here on first down, right on the 30-yard line. It's a great throw right here. Nobody in that field, but our receiver could have caught that ball. Just needed another step.
And that's one of those, like we were talking about, where, like you said, nobody but him can catch it. And as a receiver, I know that's a hard play to make, but that's one of those where you really just have to do whatever it takes to catch that. You're not going to get a shot like that very often.
I think we're second and 10 here on the 30-yard line, the plus 30. Get a hitch there, overthrow it. Really got to do a better job of getting Tyler Eddings the ball, which is Tyler Eddings and Michael Eddings are brothers.
Tyler being the older.
Tyler the older of the two. And we really wanted to get him some more touches coming out here, and we're trying to get it here. Just didn't.
Trying to get over that the end and the linebacker there, and
had
just
some
let
pressure
it
there late, and didn't quite step into it like he needed to.
Roll out here.
Come back here. We're going to spread out.
Not seeing anything. From a quarterback standpoint, when you decide to right here, you'll see when you decide to pull the ball down. There is no pulling it back up.
Right.
Right here, he drops it. You really just have to go, especially with Cunningham's athletic ability.
Right. So we were on the 30 there, and if he just runs the ball, gets the ball out of bounds there, we're still on the 30, which about 10 or 15 yards here.
That's what we're talking about, the rugby style.
Yeah, we've got the ability to do this. And probably not the best decision by the punter here. If it was, 3rd and 6 or 7, it would have been a great decision. But here we are, 4th and 15. Probably just should have kicked it. But nonetheless, he was just trying to make a play. You can't fault the kid for trying to make a play.
And you really don't. If he does punt this one in the end zone, you're really only 5 yards difference.
Yeah, we only lose 5 yards there. But
so I understand what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he'll make a better decision next time. It's just. He was just trying to make a play there.
Another good stop by the D-line.
They come out with a power here. So you see Tony Patterson down here at the bottom. He gets it wrong-armed, gets inside over there and makes him bounce. I'd like to see
OJ.
number 2 there come up a little more aggressive, but nonetheless a good play on first down. So we're at 2nd and 10 again. Another run, have nobody for the cutback there.
You have to have people coming from that backside. Especially with an offense like this, they've been, they rely on that. They've been doing it all night.
Yeah, the backside linebacker there turned his shoulders, and he didn't quite get downhill like he should, and get him grabbed up there for a small gain.
You're in the game, and you're trying to go make a play. You're headed to where he's at, and you don't think about the cutback a lot of times.
Here's a chance right here for us to get a turnover here. The ball was, he botched the snap there and laid it on the ground. You'll see it lays on the ground there for a couple seconds. We can't get to it. It's just laying on the ground. He finally gets back in there and gets it. But that's something that we needed to take advantage of. especially after our turnovers, to get that turnover.
And it that's a play that it's not one of those plays that you're expected to make, or anything like that.
Right.
Not something that anybody can really fault you for, but if you do make it, it really excels.
Right.
Excels your momentum, excels where you're at in the game.
Yeah, so we get them to punt again, and lo and behold, they pin us inside the 5. A great job by their punt team and their punter.
And Eddings, is that Eddings returning?
Yeah,
you really have no.
He fair caught it right there, but the way much hang times on that ball, he's fair catching it. Hopefully, it'll bounce into the end zone right there.
And as much as you're surrounded right there, if you do pick it up and you get hit and you fumble, then it's not going to be a good time over on the sidelines with the coaches. So, really, just a great punt by Franklin's punter.
And trying to go downfield here again, out of our own end zone. Just need to try to make a play on it there.
And that's a play where you see a receiver who has really worked on this will slow down and not have to fall backwards. Shelbyville with a fumble here.
Right. Yeah, see, this is the type of things we cannot do. Fumble.
You can't make up for those.
Lay the ball on the ground, so they get the ball inside the plus 20 here. Just gotta secure the ball right there. He did a great job all night. He ran hard all night. Just gotta secure the ball.
I know this is so far it's a tough one for the coach. You haven't been outplayed at all, really. Just a couple of mistakes.
Get him out of the pocket right there, and he was probably a little more open than I liked him to have been, but nonetheless, we're getting him out, putting some pressure on him, make that throw hard. And that's one thing we wanted to come in and do is try to get some hits on him and get him out of the pocket so he's not as good outside the pocket as he is in.
You can tell a quarterback like this really likes to stay in the pocket, likes to step up in the pocket that the offensive line creates to have his time, have his options. It's good anytime you can push something like that out.
Right. Give up a run here on second down. We got a penalty here, I believe. I don't know if they jumped off sides. Looks like they did. Once again, he's going back to the honey hole, number 85 there, and he makes another great catch. Like I said, once again, that's hard to defend when you got a great throw like that and a good wide receiver that'll go up and get the ball. Our guy's all over him. He's going up after the ball, and we just don't come down with it. And that's twice this is happening, just a one-on-one battles. And that's one thing we talked about before the game is the one-on-one battles, and there's two that we just came out on the wrong.
You've got to find a way to stop him from scoring there.
Two things we came out on the wrong end of there. So unless it was
I would say we're going to get another kickoff in the end zone here.
They're still playing hard. Yep, just barely. I think that was Sente caught that one.
You would think at some point the kicker's leg would start to have a little bit less power in it.
No. He's still kicking it pretty good there.
Good gain here, about 7 or 8 yards it looks like.
On first down here. I believe that's Tyler Eddings on the sweep there.
Getting him some touches. He runs the ball hard.
He runs it really, really hard.
And he runs with his, you always hear run with your feet, your knees up, and he does a really good job of that. To where those shoestring tackles just don't bring him down.
It's hard to get him down. Here's his little brother here, his younger brother anyway. Helmet comes off. He's got to get that chin strap buckled up a little tighter there. But nonetheless,
that's a good run by him. Now, I guess leaving your chin strap unbuckled. I don't really understand that.
That's a fad that'll get you off the field and get you a concussion too. It's a dangerous one.
Yeah, I had mine come off one time. It's a scary feeling. It's like everything's in slow motion.
I guarantee it. Thought we should have got a pass interference here, and I think we did get it there late. Sprint out here. We think it's an advantage to get out of the pocket here the way with as athletic as Mason is.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's an offensive scheme to let that backside end go or not, but backside end almost got to him there.
Right. They get him here. Tries to jump. They corral him in there and get him. So this is first down here, so we get a little loss on first down. Second down, come back. Dallas gets those back once again.
Fumble on the play.
Get a turnover. Just got to secure the ball.
On the 46-yard line there, that's tough.
And they're fighting for it. And you cannot doubt his effort here because he is really, really trying. He just got to get the ball secured there at the end. And it's something he works on, and usually he does a really good job at it.
Yeah, he doesn't fumble a lot. I mean, he's such a strong guy usually.
Yeah, not much. He got to know when to just give up and get down and take the ball. And
Franklin going under center here.
And now, at this point, with everybody on the side, everybody's soaking with it. It's raining pretty good at this point, so I think they've just decided this is just
28-6 here.
Right now it is 27-6.
27-6.
27-6. I think they end up missing an extra point too at some point.
They're just pounding it right now, going under center instead of their spread.
Just went and got in too tights here.
You know, at this point, it's tough on your defense. You're worn down, you're tired. It's a wet, nasty game, and they're lining up with two tight ends down. They've got their I formation going, and you know exactly what's coming.
I think they just got one now, but our defense does a really good job of slowing them down. This is, a yard or two a pop is something that we could take here. Got the fullback offset there. Try to get outside there, gets a cut back, which is once again that backside linebacker there has just got to do a better job of filling in there backside A. He's got to do a better job of filling in there, and you'll see him instead of getting that heel there.
As a linebacker, if you are a foot on either side of where you're supposed to be, that running back is going past you.
If you hesitate for a second, they've got a distinct advantage here.
I think Franklin picks up the first down here.
Yeah, that number 23 for them really runs the ball hard, and he really breaks a lot. He's the bigger tailback they got. He really runs hard, and he breaks tackles. He hits it up in there and bounces out.
Gets low to the ground, runs his pads out in front.
Gets a first down.
Shovel looking a little tired here.
Yeah, they're a little worn down, but they got to.
The defense has been on the field a lot.
They got to come play though.
And that takes its toll.
We got everybody in there tight. Get a stop here. Second and goal. There's that big tight end again. Just got to drive him back. You can't finish falling forward.
He gets a couple of extra yards there, it looks like, hopping around.
Mm-hmm. Another stop, third and goal. So they're really doing a good job of trying to keep him out of the end zone. Really just need somebody to step up and make a play. Come out in the I formation here. We're packed in there tight. Stop him again.
And like you said, as defense coordinator, your defensive line has really been a strong suit in this game.
Yeah, they've done really well all year long up this point. That was second goal. I apologize. This right here is third and goal. Puts his foot in the ground. There's a cut back in. He just barely falls in the end zone. That play out in the middle of the field is a good play, but a yard gain on the goal line will get you beat.
When you get that close,
gotta stop
if you're at midfield and they gain a yard, you're in good shape. But when you're that close to the goal line, it's just not much you can do.
There's the extra point they miss.
So is that at 35?
That makes it 34.
34.
34. Yeah, 34-6.
Another kickoff here.
I think we get to return this one.
Return this one.
And
probably a shock for a lot of the,
Yeah, it's one of them things they're probably not expecting to
you've
turn
had
it.
4 or 5 kicks in the end zone. You've got your blocker's not ready.
If you would have told him before we went out there that he was going to be able to return it, he probably did a little better than that. Just overthrow that guy right there on his own read.
And with this, this is a tricky play to run. It's you're pulling it, and you're not really ready to throw, and defensive ends come crashing down on you. You've got to get yourself back up under you, your feet back up under you, and make a good throw there.
You got to have your eyes on a lot of different people, making a lot of decisions there, split second, and still try to make a good throw on it.
And Cunningham got to play a good amount last year, but not really wide open, and so some of those plays as a young sophomore. Now he's very talented, don't get me wrong, but some things just you're not ready for.
Yeah. He's got some maturing to do, just like we all do, and he's really done a fine job this year, and we really couldn't ask any more out of him to be as young as he is and to play as well as he has. So he just got to continue to get better is the key for him, not just be settled where he's at.
And third quarter here, Shelbyville just makes a couple turnovers again.
Just a few little things here and there, and they take advantage of them.
And the turnovers were on the 20, or the 30, and they don't have far to go, and that kills you. You can't make up for that.
Let's give credit to them, though. They took it.
They do take advantage, and a good team will. And when someone makes it, Shelbyville does that.
Right.
But when you start playing the Franklin and the Giles County and those teams, the teams you've played in the playoffs the past couple of years, they don't make those mistakes, and so you can't make them.
Right. You can't afford to make mistakes against a good team.
It gets flipped around pretty quick there.
Right.
So far, we're 34-6 going into the fourth quarter, and now a word from our sponsors.
J. Jordan Boutique, located at 104 Public Square in Shelbyville, has become the ladies' choice for shopping. With name brands like Miss Me jeans, tops, purses, and belts, Big Star jeans, Ya Los Angeles, Blue Pepper, Umge junior and plus sizes. Not to mention all the other brand fashions in junior missy and plus size ladies. Stop by and discover why J. Jordan is the #1 ladies apparel shop in the area. Open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 till 5:30. Also visit the newly opened J. Jordan shop located in the side of Southern Charm across from the Bell Buckle Cafe. You'll be glad you did.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
31W. We're more than just an insulation company. We're also a garage door company, and a shelving company, and a mirror company, and a fireplace company. In fact, if it has to do with the look of your home, 31W's probably that too. Give us a call. Let us give you a free in-home estimate, and we'll show you how easily 31W can change the look of your garage, your bathroom, well, you get the idea. We've been family owned since 1972, so call 31W today.
When you're running late headed to that sporting event or horse show and hungry but need gas, you don't have to choose which to get. Just stop at any Quick Mart where gas prices are normal and the food is outstanding. Burgers, fries, salads, sub sandwiches, chicken strips, egg rolls, even pizza can be picked up while the gas is pumping. Stop by any Quick Mart today and not only save time, but enjoy some good cooking, southern hospitality, and prices you can live with.
Back here in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter action here started off, Nate, and once again, here we turn the ball over at midfield.
And, this is one of those interceptions that...
It's a wet ball. Everything's wet.
Everything's wet.
They got some pressure on him there.
Ball gets tipped around, but to credit Franklin, Guys hustling downfield, and when the ball pops up, he's there to make a play.
They're there to get it.
And good field position. Nice little run here.
They get a little more on first down than we'd like to have given them. I think we got guys there unblocked that just got to step up in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a hole there that's got to be filled, and
pull the trigger on them.
When you have these running backs that they're not breakaway running backs, but they're just, hit your hole,
they get what they can get
4 or 5 yards, and they're good with that.
They did a good job of that.
And I think that almost wears your defense down more than anything, is just
being out there so much.
And that many plays. You're not having 15, 20-yard plays given up. It's those little bitty ones.
It's Michael Imes in there on that tackle. He seems to be making a lot of tackles. So we got Zeke Mason there. Pushed up there tight, close to the line of scrimmage. Next, he's coming off the edge there a little bit, get him stopped. Oh, just that play's got to be made.
6 extra yards there that Shelbyville gives up, and again, it seems like we're just saying the same things over and over, but
it's a broken record. It's not finishing plays.
You can't make up for those.
Right. I think that was enough to get them a first down, if I'm not mistaken. They jumped off sides. No, it wasn't. So I think this is maybe third down. They jumped off sides. Backs them up. They get a guy wide open and got to do a better job of squeezing that slant there. He unfortunately he don't catch it. I think they're forced to punt and they get us backed up again.
A quick slant is really a hard route to cover.
When you can run it and throw it well, it is very, very hard to defend.
You really have to rely on your linebacker to get out there and to block a lane, a passing lane there, because as soon as your corner starts to jump that route too early, you're going to be hit deep.
Here's a sophomore, Michael Eddings again.
He tried to make a cut there.
We get a break in the kicking game finally, and now have to start inside our own 20. He tries to make a cut on a wet field. It's got to be more balanced to keep his feet under him, but we're going to keep giving it to him.
You got to overcompensate when the conditions aren't quite what you're used to. You got to overcompensate.
He makes up for it here.
Good run here.
68-yarder. You can see him running down the sideline there.
And again, he is a big guy. I know you can't tell it too much on the film, but he is a big guy, big strong kid, but also has that breakaway speed, and that is dangerous.
He can get it and go.
That is dangerous. I really look forward to seeing what Michael does this offseason going into his junior year. Junior year seems to be a big year for a lot of people, and so I'm really excited to see how he does. I hope Coach Hardy really pushes him.
It's only the tip of the iceberg for him. Micah Thompson there, Zeke Mason with the hold, Jacob Davison with the snap, getting it through there.
34-13.
34-13. We really think at this point 34-13. If we can get a stop here, a quick stop, and get it back to 20-34, we might have some time to try to make it close with our onside kick and some different things. This ball really felt like we could have got there if it took a better bounce.
And he's had some luck. I know with I believe it was Tullahoma. He had a lot of luck there with the way the kickoffs rolled.
Here, I think they missed a handoff here, so on first down we get them behind the chains. I think it ends up being 2nd and 15 here. It's just a situation we've got to take advantage of. We can get them behind the chains. We feel like we could dictate what they were going to do, getting them behind the chains here.
And with the punter that they have, if you could push them back.
Right. And so it's now it's 3rd and about 7 or 8. The next play here, this is a 2nd down play. It's just a little zone play right off the tackle. We've got to get him down sooner there.
Had a guy diving there. If he makes that play, it really changes what they do on 3rd down.
This is about 3rd and 7 or 8 here. Just don't get the edge sealed there. He gets enough to get the first down.
And, it's really, if you don't get that edge sealed, it's hard for a linebacker. They're bigger guys,
Right.
It's really hard. Really, twice we missed sealing the edge.
Right. You just gotta,
and it's hard for a linebacker to get out there with that running back.
Got to keep him contained there. And here he just wore him down and gets it right up the middle.
had a little.
You see that guy can run there.
Had a whiff, a little.
Yeah,
we had missed tackle right here. That
we had a linebacker go the other way. Then the safety was coming up to make the play, and he slipped, kind of got off balance, and they just made a great play on it. But we felt like before this drive we were really in the game. Not that we're out of it after, but it kind of just put us a little more over the top.
What was
there.
the mood of the players after that drive? I mean, you can see walking off.
After this drive, they were a little dejected, but they still knew they had to go out and fight. You know, they weren't down and out of it, but they knew that that was a big play by
game
Franklin.
Changer.
That was
our game kind of almost sealed the deal.
Right.
It seems like.
Just got to do a better job. And then right there in that situation, we've got 6 guys right there in the middle of the defense. Got 2 linebackers, 2 defensive tackles, and a safety there. 6 guys to stop that, and there's no excuse for them to run right up the middle like that with 6 guys in there. And all of them weren't unblocked. We just had a linebacker step make a false read and step to the other side, and the safety fell down, and the tackle just couldn't get off a block. But there's no excuse for that. But once again, you see a guy kicking in the end zone, so we're starting on our 20 again.
In high school, 20 is a hard place to. 20-yard line is a hard place to start.
You're
not used to that, you know.
Yeah, more so than that, just not being able to return it.
A lot of teams don't have kickers that can kick it to the 20, so that's a different feel for what most high school games are like.
We rely so much on the return. It just hurts us a lot and it kills a lot of our momentum. Not being able to get the return.
This is the second kicker that has been really that kid from Marshall County.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, both those guys are kind of under have the same teacher or coach. You have a guy that used to play for Tennessee that works with him quite a bit.
Well, whatever he's doing is working.
Yeah,
those 2 kids. I mean, you know, not many times does a kicker change the shape of a high school game,
right.
but they really have.
They've had some one-on-one work here, and you see we kind of fumble a snap, our handoff here just didn't get it, wet ball, and just got to concentrate on securing the ball when it gets wet.
Again, that kind of it looked almost like a wishbone formation there,
right.
And you know, I guess trying to go under center because the ball is wet and making it easier on your center. And not having to snap, but that really in turn makes it harder on Mason,
right.
And just a missed opportunity there.
Forced to punt here this late in the 4th quarter. I'd say we're probably under 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes.
And I talk to Mason on a regular basis, and he really down on these mistakes.
I've heard Coach Hardy. I heard him say it last night, but Mason is. We don't coach him as nearly as hard as he coaches himself.
No,
he puts a lot.
And, you know, in some ways
that's
good. You know, a lot of times that's good, especially in the off season.
Right.
You know, it makes them work harder. But I know I was the same way as a young guy. You've got to learn to wipe that stuff off.
And once again, we as a coach, we like that. I mean, if the kids are harder on themselves than we are on them,
well, it frees you up to not really have to be so. Pressing your thumb down on them, if you will. And
if they're thinking about it all the time, they're coaching themselves all the time, thinking about what they can do better. But we've got quite a few subs in here. There's Luke Zahorian in. We've got Sente Muse back there. It's at safety. Amari Dandy.
And they as well have their. I'm assuming have. I know the quarterback's not the same.
They've got some younger linemen. And there's Anthony Lentz in there at tackle. Weston Alcorn down here at the bottom.
And you know, you want to be on Franklin's side of this, but it is a good chance to see what you have coming,
right,
to get these guys some game time experience.
And a lot of these guys did play throughout the game, and I guess other people would call them JV players, but they're not really JV players for us. They have to contribute. And
well, Central doesn't have enough guys dressed out to really have a full. You know, you go to some places that have 100 kids dressed out, and you have 40 JV players, and they are full-time JV, and they play their own schedule. And
everybody has to contribute with us. And get upon here once again.
Beautiful bounce right inside I think it's about the between the 3 and the 4 yard line.
Love to get a return on it there.
That again, that is a real
And like I said, he's not
A
catching
real
his ball,
cut
hoping
to the offense.
He's
that
hoping it'll
hurts.
bounce in the end zone, and it just I guess the wet ground, the wet ball, it just lands and sticks. And
does a good job of getting out of the end zone here.
this is Tyler Bailey. This is our backup quarterback here. It's probably a late hit right there. Now that I see that, but if he's our starting safety and our backup quarterback, he's really a good kid. He's a great athlete. As you can see, that's a broken play there. He don't quite make something out of that, but he's usually pretty good at fixing broken plays.
And is he a junior? Is he a junior?
He is a junior. Yeah, he's a junior.
I know the year that I left, there was a little bit of competition between him and Mason there. Well, not the turnout that you guys wanted, but some, just some small things. And
well, it's just I don't think that they're all of our problems are. I think they are all correctable. Just got to get off the field on third down and don't turn the ball over. I know it seems
it seems simple.
Seems
right?
easy sitting here talking about it, but it is definitely harder on the field.
Did the coaches? I know anytime we suffered a loss, y'all usually stayed pretty late at the school. Did y'all stay last night and discuss anything, or have y'all had y'all's coaches meetings?
Yeah,
yet?
we watched a little film last night. Not much.
Didn't want to harp on it too long.
Yeah, well, you can't. And we've watched film. This is probably the third time I've watched it today, and I'll watch it probably 3 or 4 more times tonight. And tomorrow I'll watch Giles County tonight, and tomorrow we'll get up and we'll start on Giles County. And Monday when we come in, we'll have forgotten about Franklin, and we'll be ready to correct our mistakes and move on and do the things we need to do to get us.
Is that the feel of most of the coaching staff?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just small things we got to fix. We're still okay.
Yeah, well, anytime you're dealing with teenagers, you got to fix it, stay positive, and move on. You can't dwell on things too much with them. So, and they'll be ready to go come Monday. They'll had time to flush it out of their minds and to get back going.
Now, Giles County coming up next week. Is that in Pulaski? I believe that's at Giles County.
Yes, it is at Giles County.
Well, I watched them play last night against Cascade. Cascade's moved up into that district. I believe Central's 5A and Giles County's 4A.
They're 4 and Cascade's
but a
3.
Tough 4A team. Don't let that fool you. I know y'all have watched film on them, but just from what I saw last night, they've lost a little bit. They still have athletes, but so does Central. They are not nearly as many kids dressed out this year as there has been. We played them when Bo Wallace from Ole Miss was there, and they were a tough team to play. You did not want to go play Giles County when Bo Wallace was there. But they've got a couple of kids. I know they've got their defensive front. They have got some athletes, especially on the defensive end position. They've got a quarterback who really looks like a middle linebacker. He is a big guy, left-handed guy, can throw the deep ball okay. But I think Shelbyville's got a good shot against Giles County, and that's been a tough opponent in the past.
Yeah, they just a few years from winning the state championship. They've got a new coach, Walt Smith, who's done a great job with them as it looks on film. And once again, Giles County, there's no short of athletes. They've got a couple kids that are all-staters, good linebacking core, good defensive line. The offensive line appears to be good. They got a big back that runs hard. They got an all-state wide receiver. And it'll be outside of them having past success, and it'll be they're very similar to us as far as how they're made up on their roster.
They've been there. They've been deep in the playoffs.
They've
won.
been successful, so that'll be an advantage they'll have. But it'll be a great game and a great atmosphere. If any of you have never been to
beautiful stadium, that might be one of the best complexes.
You would think it was a small college.
Small
stadium.
college, absolutely.
It's a brick facade and a huge press
The only
box.
grass in the whole area is on the field. I mean, everything is concrete and brick,
It's
and
very,
it is
very, very nice.
It's a beautiful place. But I will be in Giles County next week.
Well,
I'm excited.
I hope so, being that you're the host.
I think it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a good game.
Jason Hardy show. You should be there.
I think Coach Hardy's going to grace us with his presence next week.
If you're lucky, he'll be here.
I know it's a big time. It's big time. Having the head coach come on. But we look forward to being here next week, and hope you guys have a great week of practice. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.